And Vice President Kamala Harris is on her way to Grand Rapids. This is video of Harris leaving Washington just before 11 o'clock this morning. She's just one of many political power players visiting Michigan ahead of next week's primary. 13 on your side's Veronica Ortega is at the Gerald R. Ford International Airport right now, where she's set to arrive. Veronica, how are things looking?
Nate, we're expecting the vice president's plane to land very soon. She will then get in a car and make her way to Fountain Street Church in downtown Grand Rapids. Now, we all know that Michigan is a key battleground state during elections. This is the vice president's fourth stop in Michigan since taking office. President Joe Biden was here just a few weeks ago. He received a critical endorsement by the UAW while facing fierce backlash from the Arab American community near Detroit. Former President Donald Trump attended a rally in Oakland County just one day after a New York judge fined him $355 million plus interest in his civil fraud case. And finally, Trump's only remaining challenger for the GOP nomination, Nikki Haley, will be in Grand Rapids on Monday. So again, all is calm and quiet right now as we wait for Harris to arrive on Air Force Two. If you want to see that, you can watch a live stream of it on 13 Plus, our YouTube channel, or on our website, 13onyourside.com. Live in Grand Rapids, Veronica Ortega, 13 on your side.
Veronica, thank you. As we wait for Vice President Kamala Harris's arrival, we want to get to the other part of our team coverage. 13 on your side political reporter Josh Albertus. He is at Fountain Street Church right now. He's going to join us by phone here where Harris is expected to speak. Josh, what are we expecting to hear from her today?
Well, yeah, Nate, as you can expect, security restrictions are tight here, as you can imagine, so we are not allowed to go live inside the venue at this point. But this is expected to be part of a nationwide tour for the vice president on the topic of abortion and what President Biden's administration has been telling the country needs to be a right to access it. And the issue has largely been successful for the administration's messaging. If you'll remember, voters in some states, including here in Michigan, have voted to add abortion rights to their state's constitutions after the nationwide right was repealed almost just 2 years ago. That's what we're expecting to be the focus here today. But of course, this trip does come under a cloud of some kind of electoral uncertainty for the administration. If you remember, the latest statewide poll out yesterday from Epic MRA showed in a hypothetical head-to-head matchup, former President Donald Trump, with a slight lead over President Joe Biden here in Michigan. But as that split is within the poll's margin of error, what's even more significant in that number, in that poll, is the number of undecided voters, 14%. That suggests the state is still very much in play. We'll see what she has to say here today, if she answers questions afterwards, and if she touches on any other topics or current challenges for the administration. We'll have that full story coming up later this evening. Nate.
Thank you, Josh. Republicans in the state say the vice president's message about protecting reproductive rights is no longer a major concern in Michigan. State Representative Gina Johnson represents Michigan's 78th district, which includes Barry, Kent, Ionia, and Eaton counties. She says voters have already made up their mind on the issue.
But there is no risk for a woman to not be able to get an abortion anytime in her pregnancy in Michigan. And there is nothing that the federal government can do to change it because it is now in our Constitution because of Proposal 3.
We plan to live stream the vice president's visit on our website, 13onyourside.com. Well, the Biden administration isn't the only one campaigning in West Michigan. Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley will be in Grand Rapids on Monday. She'll hold a rally on Monday at the Amway Grand Plaza Hotel downtown. Haley has lost to former President Donald Trump in every primary election so far, but it's not stopping her from vowing to fight harder. We spoke to former Republican Michigan Governor John Engler's communications director about that decision.
Well, Nikki Haley's an attractive alternative for a lot of people in the Republican Party. And as long as she's got the funding and can go, with the volatility of the Trump campaign, you just never know what's going to happen. So if I were advising her, I'd say you stay until the money runs out, because you never know what opportunities may come up.
The Trump campaign said Tuesday that Haley does not represent the Republican Party any more than Joe Biden does.